on this formula set. Watch me very closely, please. These are now your notes. Just like that, right? 10 to the negative pH is H3O plus. This right here, we shouldn't hear like the, oh, how did that happen? Because we did that yesterday, right? Very simple, we got you. Now, let's take it a step further. Because what other, like, two things do you see on your chart? pOH and OH minus. Now, since I have pH down here, I think it would only be appropriate that I put in pOH over to the right. And so I would put OH minus over to the top right. Now, we have connecting lines that are going to allow us to convert between them, so let me show you. First off, I want to show you the two formulas here. Good? Here's our two formulas. I'm going to get you to write them down, and then you're going to see that it's actually the same thing as it was before. Let's you write those two down real quick. Tell me, why did you just say that that was easy?
Because it's the same thing we just did, but with different numbers.
No longer is it H3O plus, it's just OH now. Do you see how it's the same mechanism?
Yeah.
Let's come over here and let's apply that to our homework.
That's what I'm about to do.
You see, I'm going to put a dot right here in blue and a dot right here. And what I want you to do is I want you to use those two formulas that we just learned to solve for these two boxes right there, or the boxes inside of that blue box.
Now, for like the first one, that one, like the first one, would you write 6.45 to the times 10 to the negative 6?
So on the first one, first off, let's back up just a little bit for everyone else. How do I solve for OH minus where I'm pointing to right here? 10 to the negative pOH. So 10 to the negative 5.19. That leads me to have 4, 5, whatever. How about 4, 6? 6.46 times 10 to the negative 6. If you don't write 10 to the negative 6, it is wrong. It is extraordinarily wrong. It is as wrong as wrong can be. And that's my molarity of OH minus. How about here? Negative log 4.88 times 10 to the caret top negative 6 gets me 5.31, and I'm done.
What if it doesn't give you the times, like, e negative 6 or whatever?
Then you don't write it.
You don't?
You do not. Do you see how that works out? Yes? Why don't we do two more dots? The dot there and the dot there in baby blue. So I'm going to let you solve for this blank and this blank. Did you get what I got in my two spots? Raise your hand if you were able to get the two blanks correct. If we didn't, where's the problem at? What's up? Are we good? Put your faces on your desk real quick. Faces on desk. Head down so that you can see no one else. Raise your hand if you feel like this has just become extraordinarily easy and you're about ready to solve the rest of the worksheet. Raise your hand if you are completely lost. Raise your hand if you're moderately lost. Okay, put your hands down, lift your faces up. So I think it looks to me like most everyone is feeling like this is a good condition that we're having. Let's talk maybe a little bit more about what to do, because Gray, and I'm going to pause you real quick because I know you're in the zone right now. I know everyone's in the zone. What you're doing, honestly, I'll tell you right now, what most people are doing, and this is why I need everyone to stop, because you won't fill out the rest of the worksheet if you don't listen. People are going on and doing that blue dot set, that blue dot set, that blue dot set, that blue dot set, right? You're doing all these over here now because I gave you the formulas. I just unlocked it for you, right? One thing I have not done, though, is I have not told you how to jump from one side of the purple or pink line to the other, right? So here's what I need to teach you, the last formula for the day. There is a formula up here that I'm pointing to, but I don't like teaching that because it's just, it'll make you crazy. So I'm going to teach you a different one. Think about it. Think about it like a bank or a river banks. There's the left side and there's the right side. I don't want to give you the bridge here because that's not so great. It's a little confusing. So I'm going to give you the bridge right here. I'm going to give you the formula. Here it is. Now I know you want to do a aha moment. Not the band, the real thing.
Wait, that's a band?
1980s.
I've never heard of all of them.
14. Now with that in mind, let's go back up here. You see this pH? Let's go to the first dot, the first tip-top one. The pH was 3.78. Knowing this, what is the pOH?
Wait, wait.
Careful. Read the formula again.
The pOH?
Should be 10.22. Because I know that pH and pOH has to equal 14. So all I'm doing is I'm just doing 14 minus my pH to solve for pOH. How about this next one? Solve for this blank that I'm pointing to right here. What's going to be the pOH there? 10.59. How about the blank right here? Or the blank right here? Solve those two on your own. Smiles, what'd you get for the first blank? We're going to take right here. First off, we're in this problem right there. You seeing? Or this one right there. We're going to do 14 minus 5.19. We get 8.81. What about for the second blank? Right? Yeah? Feeling pretty good about this? Now, the next question people have, and this is kind of the final one. Let me show you. Please don't. I know you're in the zone because I just gave you the answers to everything. But one last thing, and then I'll let you kind of do your own thing. A lot of people say, well, what do I do about this last blank right here and right here that I've highlighted in yellow? Well, what do? You do 10 to the negative 8.81 to solve for this, just like you did before. You do 10 to the negative 8.81 to solve for H3O plus, just like you did before. 10 to the power of negative 8.81 is 1.55 times 10 to the negative 9th molarity. And
So you just do what
you did before. Yep. 2.04 times 10 to the negative 9th molarity. Good? And you should be able to do this last one, right? If it's an acid or base. How do we determine if something is an acid or base? If the pH is below 7, it is an acid, so we have acid, acid. If it's above 7, like it is in these two, it's a base.